Okay, hold on. What's up? It's me, Bronson Cutie, aka BSC, and we back with another video. Okay. So we back with another video on this Sunday. So I have this new special guest. This is my first female featured on my channel. She's also an Aries. So let's give it up. She also is a YouTuber. So let's give it up for Fiddelis. And then you already recognize him, Syness. He's been on here like multiple times.
Can't say hi.
He's been on here multiple times, and I love it because we're all Aries. Everything.
A lot of fire going on.
Okay, so with this video, we're gonna talk about how we feel and what we experience with people that are very unsupportive with anything that we're into or what we're doing. So who wants to start it off? Yeah, start it off.
All right. As the firstborn Aries here, I'll start it off.
Oh, okay.
As far as dates go.
Okay.
Unsupportive people, well, I feel like there's two different types. Like, there's the hateful unsupportive, and then just the nonchalant unsupportive, to where the hateful unsupportive, I feel like if you do introduce them to an idea or something that you're doing, they'll throw every possibility of why it won't work or shouldn't work, or say things like, oh, but that's not who you are. You don't do that. I know you for being this. I know you for being that. Why are you trying to take on this? Just dimming your light of whatever you're trying to do. And then there's the nonchalant ones where you tell them something and they're just like, okay, nice. And it's not really dimming your light, trying to stomp you out, but clearly not helping in regards to throwing gas onto the flame, just acting like it's not even in your character, doesn't even exist, to where even though you might expect a good reaction from them, like when you feel so happy to tell somebody something and then they're just like, okay. But both are very distinctive though. I'll say that. Both are very distinctive.
Why do you think they're so hateful? Why would you think someone would be like, I don't want to support you? Could it be maybe because they feel that you have the potential to do it and the ability to do whatever it is you want to do and they don't?
Yes.
And they need to see that aspect of themselves working out for you.
Yeah. That's like, just to touch on that, like I feel like when it comes to family being unsupportive, I feel like they just are like mad that you're doing it because they wish that they could. Like they wish that like they had that drive to do it, and they're kind of like jealous. So like instead of supporting, they rather hate because they wish it was them and they wish they had that drive. So I feel like that's the biggest thing. Like you'll always have outside people support you more than your family.
That's true.
Which it should be the opposite. But I think I had mentioned in my other videos, like if you rocking with me now, then I'm gonna remember that. So don't, when I get big and do all this stuff, don't come around, because I'm gonna remember who stayed down with me from the start, when I had like no views, or who was my first guest, or who or who actually was like sharing it and getting the word out for me too. So I like take note of that. So I just feel like we can all win. It's just because I'm doing something, you could do it too. Let's help each other. Let's find a way that we all can like get a piece of it. You know what I mean? Like let's help each other like get on.
And it's funny you mentioned family, like because it relates to what I said before about your identity. Like family, they see you in a certain light that they expect you to always be. So, like I said before, oh, you're doing that? That's not who you are. You're supposed to be doing this. We know you as this. We know you as that. Not seeing any potential for you to grow and try new things. As if we're just supposed to stay in one lane. And sometimes family will be the harshest towards you when it comes to sticking to a certain image, boxing you in marginalized to not try something that you might be passionate about.
Yeah.
You know?
And so the biggest question could be, what does your family expect of you? Because the box of expectation, you're in it, and the moment you try to get out of it, like, we expect you to be respectful. The moment they see me being disrespectful because someone crossed my boundaries, then they want me to go back to being respectful.
Mm-hmm.
But just because I was born in this environment and you put me in this box doesn't mean I have to stay there forever. It served its purpose for me to grow up and become an adult.
Mm-hmm.
The moment I'm making decisions for myself, you need to respect me with my new world, what I'm exploring.
Exactly. Just accept like the new part of this person. Like you might have not known, or like a lot of my family members don't know that I do YouTube. But if you find out about it, okay, like cool, you see me smiling and I'm happy about it. So why would you want to support that? Because you see that's something that I love. So it's just, I don't know.
Love a new light coming from you. You know.
Yeah.
And, part of it is, like you said, we can speak more on that, like them wanting to do it too, them seeing you do something that you love, or regardless of the reaction you get from it, but seeing you happy, it might be a reflection of their own failures, either failures or things they never tried because they were too afraid to. Like, oh, she's doing that thing that I was thinking about doing, but I was afraid of how people would view me, so I'm just not gonna do it. So now that I see her actually doing it, I'm gonna judge her and ironically give that same energy toward her that I was afraid of getting if I tried it from other people, Like I'm afraid of how people will think of me, this, that, and the third. Oh, she's doing something, she's doing that, I'm gonna give her that. I'm gonna be that person now. And it's a real catch-22 because it's like, it could all be stopped with just acceptance. Acceptance and, support, if anything, from the people closest to you. Instead of just viewing it as my own insecurity to see you prospering when it comes to your growth, when it comes to your growth and doing things.
But what happens when you realize that people are unsupportive anyway? You just accept the fact that they're unsupportive. Just because someone is family does not mean they have to be on your team on everything. And family, you can redefine that. The family you are born in doesn't have to be the family that supports you in all your endeavors. You can create a family for every little thing that you're doing.
Yeah.
If I like going gardening, there's like gardening. People love gardening in their family there.
Join our community. We're accepting
there's
here.
There's like groups for like all those stuff. So I think like even too, like us being all Aries, like we already know we lead. And we're gonna do whatever we want if we have the support or not.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna regardless. So we're gonna do whatever we want. We don't care who says, "Oh, why are you doing this?" or who hates on us or who hates what we're doing. If we love it, we're gonna continue to do it because we know why we're doing it.
You know what's the most beautiful thing about that statement? I've always said that statement is I've never had a we.
Oh right, yeah, that's true. Yes.
Yeah, so that's why it's different.
It is. And it's funny because despite the obstacles that are naturally around us, it does make you shake your head to know, like, now that there's people actually creating them. The people creating them through the unsupportiveness, through the judging and everything, like, there's already a million roadblocks in front of me, let me get through all of those instead of you administering something else. Like at that point, now I have to go in tunnel vision and just cut off everyone in the periphery,
So indirectly, they're helping you.
Yeah.
They think they're bringing you down, but they're helping you navigate the obstacles better.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the biggest projects that I actually ever succeeded in were the ones that were not supported. Because I felt I had nothing to live back to. It was just me, and so I had to do everything I could. And so whoever thought they were not supporting me and I was gonna fail, that actually turned into fuel for me.
Yes.
To push through so I can say, you know what, I did it anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you say that made you more cynical toward people, or like it was redirected toward yourself being more confident instead?
more around me being more confident. Like, wow, I can't believe I thought I needed them.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that can be, a very good motivation to do more. It's like, hey, actually, I can do this. I can figure it out. If I take the time, I can figure it out. If you don't help me, I'll still figure it out.
Yes. Because that's why I was like, when I look at it, I was like, I don't care if people don't want to support me, or I don't care if people don't like me, because at the end of the day, I feel like it gives you that drive of like, look, I had all these people that was doubting me, and I still made it up on top, and I still did what I wanted to do. So it gives you like that push and that drive, like, hey, like, what they thought they were trying to do, like, it wasn't gonna affect anything. Like,
True.
what I want to do, or what I set my mind out to do, it was gonna get done regardless. People with me or people against me, I still was gonna win.
Plus, I always appreciate the piece, that part when I realized that, oh my God, you're not going to support me. That moment of realization, I really appreciate that, because I'm like, wait, I'm glad, because now I know you're not on my team.
Yeah.
You could have been on my team. I could have given you the link to my YouTube, and you would have been going out getting people who hate my videos and whatever.
Right, that's true.
Still support me.
That's
You're
true.
opposite
That's
direction.
true. I didn't even think of that.
So I'm like, hey, thank you. Now I know who you are. So move.
Exactly.
Yeah, no problem blocking them from your life.
Exactly.
At that point. Or you can let them either way, whether it's letting them keep watching or just losing contact. But, like even when you mentioned like the haters and everything, getting people to come up and hate the video, something I've learned, and it might just be my judgment of the internet, but apparently hate gets great attention, like
Still attention.
as far as like the
clicks.
yeah, because they're still viewing regardless, like I'm sure the most disliked video on YouTube still has hundreds of millions of views, so it does kind of all help in the long run. Like, unsupportive people are supportive, just not directly, just in a very indirect way.
True,
like,
that's true.
yeah, you made this happen. When I'm accepting my award on stage, it's like, yes, we're here. We made it, guys. We really made it.
It reminds me of an affirmation that I once listened to that said, I am not moved by appearances, therefore appearances move. So when I realize that you're not supporting me, it appears as though you're not supporting me, but that's an appearance.
Mm-hmm.
In real sense, you don't know you're supporting me by not supporting me. Because your lack of support, that empty space that you leave, will have to get filled by something else that is actually meant to support me.
I'm gonna let that swim in my head a bit.
It's like the things that you're saying, I never thought of it that way. I always just think of stuff like, okay, just for what it is, but to actually turn and really think like unsupported people are really supportive people.
Turning it into a different fuel.
Yeah, you have to just look at a different perspective. Like, okay, they're actually supporting me, so I'm thankful for any support. I don't care. It is what it is. Like, hey.
At the end of the day, we're all doing our part. All doing our part toward making something happen. The only real obstacle is us. Us.
Yourself.
Yeah, taking in their information and internalizing it into our own psyche and saying, you know what, they're right. I'm not good enough. This isn't who I am. I should go back to being that person that I was in the past, that little box that I was in. Them really us internally taking it in and imploding inside, just cutting off our own engine to it based on what they say. We are our only obstacle, really.
Yeah. So don't get in your own way. Just as long as you know, you got that drive to win and you want it, keep doing it, and it doesn't matter who's on your side or not. You got yourself and keep pushing forward. That's really it.
And I think the most subtle way of getting in your own way is by the things that you declare with your own mouth unknowingly. Like, oh, I'm so broke. You already put brokenness.
You're right. That's true.
I feel so fat. Alright, now you already put fat. If I'm going to find obstacles, let them be put there by the universe. So I'm learning my lessons. I don't want to be the one putting my own obstacles in my own way.
That's true.
Getting myself tired.
And whoever you believe in, I believe in God. So it's if I have myself and God, there's nothing else that can get in my way or stop me. So
people don't seem to understand that concept. I say God is the provider, provides everything. So then why would you ever feel as though you don't have whatever it is? All you have to do is ask.
Yeah.
Ask, believe it, and it always arrives at the most exact time that you need it.
Yeah.
I can't stress that enough. I think that's been my story.
Oh, yeah.
And you couldn't predict when that time was at all.
You can't, and that's why when you wake up, you say, "Let your will be done, not mine." Because what I want is based on a very limited egotistical view. It's very limited.
Mm-hmm.
But your will, yours is like the higher power, your God, your higher self knows the entirety of it.
Mm-hmm. Gives us what we need. It may not be what we want.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Including unsupportive people.
I can't.
Tie it back.
No, that's good. Anybody have any other closing statements or anything you want to say?
Hate or help, either way it helps.
Exactly. Boom, that's
Hate or help,
it.
either way it helps.
I like that.
I like that one too. So as always, I want to thank everybody that likes, subscribes, shares my video, and supports me. I see it. It doesn't go unnoticed. As you can see, I told y'all I was going to bring some guests. I brought some guests. So stay tuned because I'm going to bring more guests on, more new things going on with BSC. So stay tuned. If you subscribe, then you already know it's going to be coming in your notifications, so you'll be able to see it. So I hope everybody has a good start to their work week. Be well. Hopefully we're going to bring in some warm weather because it's been on and off. You know this New England. If you stay in the New England area, it's on and off weather. So let's bring in warm weather and just be well and support the people that's there for you and that loves you. Kisses, smooches, bye!
Peace and love.